What's up, guys? This is Emmanuel from TeamDBZ Biscuit, and today we're coming at you with a Pendulum Magician deck profile. I thank you guys for all your love and support that you showed on the test hand video. So giving you guys what you wanted. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Also too, if you like the content, be sure to gun that like button. Let's jump into this deck profile, guys. Let's see what you're coming at you with. We're running one Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. This is our replacement for our Double Iris Magician. Until we get him back, we want to run one because we want to go into Zark whenever we can. He is a high scale. That's the only reason why I'm using him over the Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. But Archie does have his effect of being a beater and just being able to be a high scale. We're also running two Harmonizing Magician. This is really the main card that's going to help you to facilitate a lot of your plays. When you special summon it out of your hand, get one of your Odd Eyes, very useful. We're also running one Performer Power Celestial Magician, one Purple Poison, one White Wing, and one Black Fang Magician. These are just the cards that you really want to get into. They're not really going to be any access in your hand. They're mostly going to be for helping you to facilitate your plays with Zark. If you're gonna use your Pendulum Call, you need pen scales, you really want to go for this and probably your Oath Dragon Magician, because it's going to help you to, this is going to help you protect your XYZs, your fusions, your synchros, and this one's going to help you to be able to get monsters back out of your extra deck, and that's something you really want a lot. Also running the one Time Star Magician. This is needed just to help you go into some of your synchro plays. Also to be an extra monster that can be fueled from your Chronograph Sorcerer. It just helps you to get a lot of plays going the way you want to. But that's it for our magicians. We're also running three Magical Abductor. Magical Abductor is needed right now in all the Pendulum decks. It's a generic searcher, helps you search out any of your Pendulum monsters, get 3 counters on her. If you have her on the main monster zone, being able to get a search of a low level monster, very useful. Running one Boma, very much needed for the deck, helps you get those Flux Waves for all your Saiyans. We're running one Magister, we got our Trunks. Trunks is coming back from time again. We got the one Bulla, she's the Queen of Saiyans. And we got Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2 for Vegeta. This is just needed for the necessary power-ups. A lot of times you're going to go to Big Bang Attack on your opponent, wipe their field, or just keep making sure that you can hate on their spell cards and just keep them on the defensive. Very useful. I'm also running two Mythical Beast Jackal. I like running Jackal. I actually prefer running this at 3. This is a card I feel is better than Master Cerberus. Cerberus, I don't like the fact that it's a level 8 and it's a Pendulum 4. This card I feel is the same as Spell Power Mastery, and also too, just being able to normal summon, get 3 counters on it and switch out for Jackal King or Cerberus is very useful. I'm also running 3 Mythical Beasts Jackal King. This card is the main puppy dog of Capsule Court. Want to get him on the field with Vegeta, just make sure you dominate the field. And I'm running one Mythical Beast Master Cerberus, being a good rota for the Jackal King lineup. Like I said, I feel like running this at 1 is very good. I like to see it when I see it, but I don't want to see it too much. But when I do see it, it usually does help to facilitate these 2 plays. And a lot of times I use Cerberus to search out the Jackal. And then a lot of times I already have this in hand, so I can just use this effect to pop and send it into the extra deck and use Trunks to bring out both of them. So that's very useful to me. Also running the 3 Chronograph Sorcerer. Chronograph Sorcerer is just needed. You're gonna make pops on the field, whether it be these cards right here or just making your normal plays. Popping itself, making sure you can special summon a Time Gazer, helps you get extra bodies on board. And lastly, for the monsters, I'm running one Prophecyr Blue Boy. He's very good, helps you with your engine, helps you get more spell cards that you need onto the field when you need it, and helps you get the plays going the way you want to. And that's it for our monsters. For our spell cards, I'm running one Dark Magic Veil, one Instant Fusion, one Reasoning, one Monster Reborn, and one Mind Control. These two right here, Dark Magic Veil and Instant Fusion, are pretty much the same card. They're going to help you to special summon. Instant Fusion is going to special summon from out of the extra deck. Dark Magical Veil is going to help you special summon from out of the graveyard or out of your hand. And they both help you to just put extra extenders on the board and help you get plays going the way you want to. Reason is just help you to deck thin, be able to get that extra monster. Your opponent's really not going to be able to really guess the monster level that easy in this deck. They might call for it, it's going to probably hit a 6 or 7 or 3. So it's one of those things. Monster Reborn, another good extender. And Mind Control just be able to snatch steal your opponent's cards. Like I said, if you can make sure that you can keep your opponent off guard, that's the main thing that you want to do. Also running 3 Allure Darkness. Allure Darkness is needed. There's plenty of dark monsters in the deck. You can get them whenever you want to. 1 Into the Void. 1 Upstart Goblin, just instant, just get a free draw. Running 1 Pot of Avarice. Pot of Avarice just is an instant +1. Yes, you are going to top off 10 out of your deck, but the main thing is make sure you get most of your plays before you play this card. If you want to play the Zark play, make sure you have your monsters either in your hand or in the graveyard before you play this. That way, you don't run the risk of losing your key pieces before you go into your Zark play. Other than that, if you just want to play it and just make whatever board you want to make, go ahead and flop it down. We're also running 1 Spellbook of Knowledge, just against another Pot of Greed. Like I said, Spellbook of Knowledge is just like Pot of Desires. You're just going to get an instant +1. Also running 1 Spellbook of Secret. Running 2 Duelist Alliance. Being able to get that Pendulum Call is very necessary in the deck. You want to be able to get that. Speaking of that, we're running 2 Pendulum Call. Just want to be able to see those Magicians when we can. Get the plays going where we want to, and even sometimes set up the graveyard. We're running 2 Mythical Beast Institution. This card is a very good card, but at the same time I don't like this card because it really doesn't do anything on its own. The main thing about this card is if you have your Jackals or even your Spellfire Master, you can put counters on this card, and it's going to help you to search out any of your Pendulum cards. So that's very useful to you. But the main thing is just playing it. It's not going to make any counters unless you got your Jackals or anything like that. So it's the main thing you got to watch out for. Running 3 Spellfire Master is probably the best spell in the deck. I mean, this card just helps you search out any of your Demians and just help get your plays going the way you want to. Also running 1 Terraforming, 1 Magical Citadel. We got Capsule Core, and we got the Secret Village of the Spellcasters, just to make sure we can lock out our opponents so we don't get, them just running over us with some crazy spell cards. But this is, I feel, is a very good spell card lineup. And that's it for the main deck. For the extra deck, we're running the 1 Supreme King's Dark. This card is a busted card. It's just, once you get it on the field, it's not a card that you have to play, but usually if you play this, you seal the game. We're running 1 Thousand Eyes Restrict, just to be able to get that extra suck up on your opponent. And the 1 Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. This is just needed for all Pendulum decks. It's easy to go into and just help your opponent get that extra negate. Just get that extra negate on your opponent. Just keep them getting the sad face. We'll run at 1 Nirvana High Paladin. Coco Bane itself. This card is just a very good clutch card to go into. The fact that you can half your opponent's attack points, but just battling them is very useful to you. Helps you get that OTK. Also, too, being able to just reveal, get another spell card or any card out of the graveyard back to your hand helps you just facilitate more plays. Very useful. Running 1 Draco Berserker of the Tingy. This card is just another good interruption, making sure if your opponent does activate a monster effect, just negate it right then and there and just give them the sad face. Running 1 Supreme King Dragon Clear Wing. This card is just good for getting that board wipe and also too getting that extra damage in on the opponent. We're running the 1 Odd Eyes Meteor Burst. This is going to be helpful to getting into your Nirvana High Paladin. Running the 1 Odd Eyes Absolute. This is just needed for helping make sure you get into your Vortex. 1 Time Star. This helps to facilitate your plays for your Supreme King. Helps you get the monsters that you need into your hand. Protects your board. your Pendulum monsters on the board, and also helps you protect your pen skills if you got magicians in there, so it's very useful to you. Running 1 Supreme King Dragon Dark Rebellion. This card just helps make sure that you can just hate on your opponent's battle phase, also just like your Meteor Burst, just making sure that you can drop down their points, boost him up, and just do some massive damage. And also running the 1 Abyss Dweller. Abyss Dweller is just needed. There's going to be plenty of graveyard effects to pop off, and just making sure that your opponent just can't, you got to floodgate him. That's the way the game is. You got to floodgate your opponent, just run him over. Also running 1 Crowley. Got to run it because you won't be able to make sure you get, you want to get that spellbook engine as fast as possible. Running 1 Daybreaker because it's easy to go into and gives you an extra free pop on your field. We're running 1 Bulla, the Queen of Saiyans. This is a very good card for Pendulum decks right now. If you're running any type of Hiddenite Pendulum deck, this helps you get a lot of plays going. Even just run regular spellcasters, this is a very good card, very useful. And lastly, for the extra deck, we're running 1 Unchained Abomination. I like this card a lot. A lot of people don't think it's that good of a card, but the fact that it gets a pop every turn, very useful. If your opponent just tries to destroy one of your cards, it gets a pop. I mean, it's just an amazing card all the way around, in my opinion. But that's it for this deck profile, guys. Guys, if you're new to the channel, you like the content, be sure to hit the subscribe button. You can find it right down there. Also, too, if you really like the content, be sure to gun that like button. Thanks, guys, for all your love and support. We're out.